This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. I'm Abriana Herron. Republic Airways is set to complete its $200 million headquarters campus in Carmel by the end of February, with additional expansion already in the works. Its new 122,000 square foot headquarters building is part of a 14-acre campus that includes a training facility, parking garage, and 276-room dedicated corporate hotel. Republic Airways President Matt Koskell told Inside Indiana Business the campus is designed to be a destination for employees.
To not just have a desk to work in, but to be their best, to actually come in and to experience each other, to create a culture of collaboration, excellence, and in our industry, safety.
The company is also building a 82-room addition to its lodging offerings to keep up with demand for employee training and corporate visits. Indiana Governor Mike Braun has made another series of appointments and reappointments to various boards and commissions. They include the Indiana Natural Resources Foundation Board, State Police Board, and the Indiana Commission on Aging. For the full list, visit our website at insideindianabusiness.com. Clinton County Commissioners unanimously rejected a rezoning proposal for a proposed data center project last month. The Frankfort mayor, Judith Sheets, said this week that the project's developers have expressed renewed interest in locating a data center within the city limits. The developer, Data One, previously sought to rezone 715 acres in the county for light industrial use to build a data center. That proposal was approved by the county's Area Plan Commission before being rejected by county commissioners. Sheets said Data One has expressed interest in locating a data center in the Frankfort Industrial Park on land that has already been appropriately zoned. While no commitments or agreements have been made, a proposal could soon come before the city's Plan Commission and City Council. Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand is made possible by the following.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
Key education bills that could affect students across Indiana are moving forward after the halfway point of the 2026 legislative session. Inside Indiana Business's Alex Braun has more.
As lawmakers started the session earlier than usual, fewer education bills were introduced this year, according to Chalkbeat Indiana, and several controversial proposals were pulled back. Those included measures to require the 10 Commandments in classrooms, ban minors from social media, and create a state-appointed board to oversee South Bend schools. The bills that did advance could bring significant changes. One top priority for Republican lawmakers is tightening restrictions on student cell phone use. Senate Bill 78 would require schools to either ban personal devices or require them to be stored away during the entire instructional day, with limited exceptions. Classroom technology use would be limited to school-issued devices. Another measure would further restrict how students can use those devices and allow parents to request stronger content filters. Lawmakers also advanced Senate Bill 88, which would require schools to teach the so-called success sequence, encouraging students to graduate, get a job, and wait until marriage to have children. The bill would also expand Indiana's use of the classic learning test for college admissions. Other proposals moving forward include new requirements for elementary math instruction and expanded childcare support through vouchers and employer tax credits. Lawmakers expect to end the session in late February with a February 24 deadline for bills. Alex Braun, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Utilities District of Western Indiana, REMC, announced Monday a 4% increase in residential rates over the next 3 years as the cooperative manages inflation, rising operational costs, and the future expected cost of electricity. The Bloomfield-based utility, which serves about 16,000 members, said it will increase rates 2% on April 1st, with 1% increases in 2027 and 2028. The cooperative says the increase is necessary due to rising costs from its power supplier, Hoosier Energy, which generates and transmits electricity. The utility added its rates currently fall below the state average and will remain below average after the April increase. Indiana tech firms saw less venture capital investments in 2025 compared to the previous year, according to a new report from Indianapolis-based TechPoint. The 2025 venture report released on Monday says Indiana-based tech companies raised approximately $290 million across 98 separate deals last year. In 2024, companies raised a combined $549 million in 139 separate deals. TechPoint Vice President of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Chelsea Linder, told Inside Indiana Business there is optimism to be found despite the decline, noting that investors are rethinking what they prioritize in companies.
And so because what we've always done in Indiana is becoming more aligned with what investors across the globe are looking for, that gives me a sense of hope and confidence that we'll be able to gain more support.
Visit InsideIndianaBusiness.com to view the full 2025 Venture Report. I'm Abriana Herron for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.